It used to be brisk business for Lorena Acosta. Dressmaking has been profitable for the 52-year-old, but the slowing economy is taking its toll on the business. She made 100 pieces of clothing per month and earned at least 5,000 pesos. But Acosta's income is down to half of that amount, and the short-term prospects are not good at all.
Nitong mga nagdaang buwan, bumaba ang production order. Ngayon mahina ang negosyo pagpasok nitong taon.
Acosta's business somewhat mirrors the country's economy, beginning strong at the onset of the Aquino administration, but now showing signs of weakness. Officials say the country's growth was down to 5.8% in 2015 from 6.1% in 2014. It's not even close to government's target expansion of 7 to 8%. Fourth quarter growth was at 6.3%, the highest for 2015, though slower than 6.6% in the same quarter a year ago. Economic Planning Secretary Arsenio Balisacan says growth last year faced a number of challenges.
Though this is lower than what we targeted for the year, this growth is respectable given the difficult external environment, the onset of El Nino, and the challenges in government spending in the first semester.
He says growth was triggered by strong consumer demand and higher government spending, but not enough to temper slow output of other sectors. While the services sector accelerated to 6.7% in 2015 from 5.9% the year before. Industry picked up at a slower pace, 6% in 2015 from 7.9% in 2014. The agriculture sector performed worse.
The agriculture sector persists to be the biggest roadblock in our goal of attaining a higher and more inclusive growth, both in the light of improving crop production and farmers' income.
It grew at only 0.2% in 2015. Economist Ben Jokno says the numbers suggest the Aquino administration has failed to achieve inclusive growth.
About 30% of the workforce are in that sector, and more than half of the poor are in that sector. Okay, so you can say that this growth is not inclusive, no? So that is bothersome.
Both Balisacan and Jokno see a silver lining in the short term, from election spending and low fuel prices. But greater challenges remain ahead, such as the impact of El Nino, strong typhoons, and the weaker Chinese economy.
It will have an impact on the global economy, and that global economy will affect us.
Jokno says the next president should revive the agriculture sector, build more infrastructure, and improve the ease of doing business in the country. These are gut issues ordinary people like Acosta would be able to understand better when it comes to economic growth. Rex Remitio, CNN Philippines.